Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to factor polynomials using GCF. GCF stands for greatest common factor. Let's start by factoring these two terms. 12x squared y plus 30xy. First, we need to do the prime factorization of the number part of these two parts. So for prime factorization, we start by dividing this number to 2. 12 divided by 2 equals 6, and 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So 12 equals 2 times 2 times 3. And for 30, we do the same. We divide the 30 by 2, which equals to 15, and then 15 divided by 3, which equals to 5, and then 5 divided by 5 equals 1. So 30 will be 2 times 3 times 5. So I start to write the expression here. 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. So I write 2 times 2 times 3. And here x squared means x is multiplied by itself 2 times. So we have times x, and finally times y. And for the next term, first we express 30 as a product of its prime factors. So 30 will be 2 times 3 times 5, and then times x, and finally times y. Now it's time to write the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is the largest factor that all of these terms have in common. So as you can see, each of them has 1, 2, and 1, 3, and 1x, and also 1 y. So our great common factor will be the product of these common factors. So 2 times 3 times x and times y, which equals to 6xy. Now I want to write a factored form of this expression. I start by writing the great common factor, which is 6xy, and then open parentheses, close parentheses, and here I write what is left from these two terms. So from the first term, 2 and x remain. So I write them here, 2x. And for the second term, only 5 remains. So I write it here. And notice that for the sign between two terms, I write the sign between two terms here. So I write plus. So now we have something like this: 6xy, open parentheses, 2x plus 5, close parentheses. And this is our factored form. Notice that you can verify the correctness of your factored form by using distributive property. The distributive property states that a, open parentheses, b plus c, close parentheses, equals ab plus ac. So here, for verify the correctness, I multiply 6xy first to 2x and then 6xy to 5. So 6xy times 2x plus 6xy times 5. So here will be 12x squared y plus 6xy times 5 equals 30xy, which is our original terms. And if the resulting expression matches the original polynomial, it shows your factorization is correct. Now let's factorize this polynomial. First, I need to do the prime factorization for these numbers. So 108 divided by 2 equals 54. And then 54 divided by 2 equals 27. And then 27 divided by 3 equals 9. 9 divided by 3, 3, and 3, 1. So 108 will be 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And 60 divided by 2 equals 30. 30 divided by 2, 15 divided by 3, 5, 5, 1. So 60 will be 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. And finally 40 divided by 2 equals 20, divided by 2 equals 10. 10 divided by 2, 5, and finally 5, 1. So 40 will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. So for the first term, we have 3x times x times x, and then times y times y. And for the second term, we have times x and 2 y's. And for the third terms, we have only 2y. So here, as you can see, we have 2 2's in all 3 terms. So we can take it as part of our greatest common factor. And for 3, as you can see here, we have 3 3's, and here we have 1 3's. But the last terms, as you can see, we don't have any 3 here. So we cannot take 3 as a common factor. So moving on for 5. For the second and third terms, we have 5 in common, but as you can see, we don't have any in the first term, so we can take it as well. And for x, we have x in the first and second, but we don't have any in third, so we can take it as well. But for y, we have 2 y's here and 2 y's in second terms, and finally 2 y's in third terms. So we can take them as the part of our greatest common factor. So our greatest common factor will be the product of these common factors, which is 4y squared. So it's time to write the factored form of this polynomial. So I write greatest common factor here, then upper parentheses, and here I write what are left from all these 3 terms. So for the first term, as you can see, all of them remain. So we have 27 x to the power of 3 plus, for the second term, 3 times 5 times x remains, so will be 15x, and for the last term, 2 times 5, which is equal to 10. And this is our final factored form. Thanks for watching this video with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more math hacks and tips. Until next time, happy mathing!